Hey, this is Steve Good on the Coin Chat with Yuri Cataldo, and today we are joined by our special guest, Jan Janssen, who's the CEO of Quantum Hedge Fund. Jan, great to have you. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey guys, thanks for having me here tonight. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, you're based over in Hong Kong, so thank you for for checking in with us. It's early in the morning for Yuri, late at night for you, and well, I've got it easy. It's like midday in London.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Coin Chat, so it's a pleasure.
Oh, thank you.
It's totally worth it.
It's really nice.
It's very nice. Flattery will get you everywhere with it.
Yeah, it will. It's
Yes.
great. So look, I mean, Jan, the reason we wanted to get you on the show is because you've been working in the world of crypto and hedge funds. And, our last episode, we were actually talking with someone who's a trader down under in Australia about trading tactics for day traders. And we thought we'd kind of step it to another level and talk a little bit about, what should people be getting into with crypto in terms of trading and just cover a little bit more about what you guys are doing. So maybe my starting point would be, how did you end up getting into crypto and launching Quantum Hedge Fund? How did you get started?
All right. Can I just start, from the distance? And if you feel that like I'm losing my thought, well, the track of discussion, you just help me out. So,
Sure. How old are you when we're starting, by the way, on this journey?
All right, guys.
I'm just joking. Go for it. Go on. Give us your.
All right. So I think it would be fair to start off by saying, do you guys have any coins?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that you do. And it would be fair to say that we can tell that in cryptocurrency, there are several groups of people in the community, right? Well, the first one would be, I don't actually know why
Do you
I
mean
put
like
it
whales,
first.
dolphins, and minnows, or something else?
Not exactly like this. I mean, it's more from the point of view of the hedge fund. So we have people, well, let's call them libertarians, who see the cryptocurrencies as the as a good tool, yes, to fight the human freedoms. In the first place, they put the decentralization of the blockchain and cryptocurrencies and things like this.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. The other group would be, I'd say, traders. Yes, the people that, you just been into trading for a long time, and most of them, I guess, switched from the traditional markets and to the cryptocurrency markets. The other would be the crypto and blockchain enthusiasts. Well, these people, they tend to be quite rich, actually. But, if we speak of, people like Vitaly Buterin, these people work more on, how the cryptocurrencies work and trying to make it available and easy to use for pretty much everyone in the world. And there is another group, which is us, I guess. It is people who see cryptocurrencies as a high potential investment asset. Mm-hmm. We've seen, the stories of success, especially in 2017, everybody was, discussing Bitcoin, and there were so many success stories of young people getting really rich because they bought this Bitcoin at some point of time. And frankly speaking, do these people really care about the usability of Bitcoin at this point of time? Not really. They care more for the fiat currencies because, that's what they use in everyday life.
Right.
And obviously, just like you and me, we're always on the lookout on how to, to increase our, the assets that we have, our capital.
Absolutely.
And
for sure.
Most of us, it's pretty obvious. Most of us have, the day jobs, and we're looking for the passive income. So basically that leaves us with traditional bank services, traditional funds, which could be quite high of an entry, right? And cryptocurrencies. But what do we know of cryptocurrencies? We know that these are really volatile. These are not really easy to get into because there's quite a huge learning curve about the cryptocurrencies.
Yeah.
And even if you decide to do the trading, I know, they're saying that the Google will save the world, and there are, the endless, depth to the information that you can find on the internet on how to trade. You can find algorithm. Pretty much anything. Well, there is a big trader one-on-one on the internet, but we know what really looks simple on the outside. Well, I mean, you can get through the 3-pager of on cryptocurrency trading, and it seems like, I'm just getting myself an account on the exchange and I'm ready to go. But it's really not that easy, and many people just end up losing their money pretty fast, even if they start off.
So why is it that you think people are losing their money so fast in trading? Is it because they're buying at the wrong points in time? They're investing in the wrong things. They're just not paying attention to the markets. What fundamental things? What do you think is the cause for the reason why people are not performing in trade?
Yes, it's a fair question. I think definitely investing in the wrong things is a big issue. I mean, just getting back to 2017 ICOs and all of these bad coins. I'll call them bad coins.
Yeah, in 2017, no one could do wrong though. That's more 2016. Even.
Yeah. So basically, if you go with top 20, top 10 cryptocurrencies, you're pretty much safe. So it just gets down to reading the market signals wrong. So you see, it's bullish, bam. No, it's not, and vice versa, right? So So this kind of gets me to the point of who should be looking for the services of a quantum hedge fund, or pretty much any other fund out there. So we're speaking of people, retail investors who want to invest in cryptocurrencies because, it's really doesn't take much of a background in cryptocurrency or anything else, just to be pretty sure that cryptocurrencies and the blockchain are quite big at this point of time. And it's not a doubt that the cryptocurrencies will be there for a long time. And I won't tell about the prices at this point of time, but it's pretty stable right now.
Sure.
So I want to invest cryptocurrencies. I want to get passive income on that investment. But what should I do? If trading is not an option, so maybe I should trust these cryptocurrencies, capital assets that I have, to people who know what they do.
Yeah.
So that gets us to the quantum hedge funds. So it was a long introduction. We are we started doing crypto back in 2015, and originally the group of quantum hedge funds just got together as the group of different talent people. It's let's say the core team was not hired by me at some point of time, so we just started back then together. And the thing that we really loved about crypto is the ground it offers on algorithmic trading and on many other approaches in trading and methods of analysis that works really, really well in cryptocurrencies. Because
do you think it works differently in crypto than it does in like a normal, I don't say if it's normal, but in the stock market where you have the difference being markets open and closed, they're shut on the weekends? Do the algos work differently because of the fact that 24/7? Are the trading patterns that different?
So how different? I'd say the cryptocurrency market is far more volatile, and in some way,
that's for sure. We've seen that already. Yeah.
But speaking, of the general approach and the techniques of trading and analysis that we can use, I think this can be applied to both cryptocurrency and traditional markets. Crypto is just being far more dynamic and volatile, and it actually requires you to pay attention to what's happening on the market all the time. And just getting back to algorithms, yes, it's an incredible upper hand for anyone doing trading, that basically, if you get the work done right on the algorithms, you can just work pretty much 24/7.
Yeah,
it's working 24/7.
So your firm is mostly focused on algo trading, or are you also doing like trades on crypto coins or indexes of some sort as well?
So basically, I would say that the core, I wouldn't say difference, but the core idea of how we work is the strong synergy between not only the traders. Basically, we have the classical mechanical trading, right? We have the algorithmic trading department. So basically, there are two trading departments that we have in Quantum.
Okay.
And also, we have the analysts that provide the trading departments with the background on the market. They perform the quantitative analysis, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and provide, they provide the data to the traders, to the algorithm department. They then shape the trading plans. They find the right algorithms for the particular trend on the market. And then this goes through the final stage of the risk assessment by the risk management team.
So can we just kind of step back for a second? Because I think what people really want to know, and this is what I think we all want to know, is what's going on with the market? Where are we? And what are your quant guys who are doing all the analysis telling you? Where are we in the market right now? And where should people be looking to when should they get in? What should they be getting into? How should they spot stuff? So first, let's just talk about what's going on with the market. And from the standpoint of you guys are in the trading space every day. You're going through all the, the dips and troughs that we're going through now in this current market. So just give us a sense as to what the market looks like from a professional firm in this space.
So I guess the crypto winter is here. No, really. Well, I guess it's not the best situation currently happening on the market, because the market has been going sideways for quite a long time.
Yeah,
we've got pretty excited with the market movement in the beginning of this week.
Yeah, well, Constantinople had no impact on the coin. I mean, it kind of just came and went, and we all forgot. Nothing happened.
And I think that at some point of time, I think pretty soon we shall break the resistance level, or 4,000. But generally speaking, yes, the market has been going sideways, and it has been pretty tough for most of the traders.
Yeah. But when we're trading in a range, going sideways, going up and down along this band, surely that must be good for traders, because they just play off the band, going up, going down, going up, going down, and trading it, shorting it when it hits the band, longing it when it hits the bottom of the band, and doing it up and down. I mean, that's at least in the fiat trading, the crypto, let's call it the euro dollar trading pair, for example. I've known traders who love that, because it just goes back and forth, and they're making money on both sides. Is that not the case for crypto as well right now? I mean, isn't that not easy?
It is, but well, I think the last months of 2018, it has just got stuck at the same level, and it was pretty hard for everyone. But yet another thing about the quantum hedge fund and what we do with analysis, right, is that, well, let's imagine it as everyone is standing in a dark room, and they're just shooting, and they don't know where to shoot. So basically, the analysis that we have allows us, to get this upper hand on the market, on the competition, and just at some point of time be just one step ahead.
Sure. Well, without giving away trade secrets, of course. I mean, we're just trying to get a sense as to. I mean, sure, we clearly see that we're in a sideways pattern, which is better than being in a downward trend. Do you see that as a firm looking at this stuff, do you see that we're moving towards some sort of normalcy of going back up again and moving into more of a bull market? Do you see that this is going to go sideways for a while longer? Do you see any kind of time horizons or any particular trends that might lend itself toward an event that would give us an indication of something changing?
Well, clearly, I think, when people compare 2017 to 2018, some people got really scared of what's happening on the market in 2018. But frankly speaking, I think that 2017 was a far more scarier for, well, the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in common, because there were lots of scams and the whole industry, well, personally to me, seemed more like a bubble. But in 2018, we've seen a lot of support coming from the institutional players, and well, there are quite a few signs showing that the trend will change rather soon, because of all the signals that are coming from the outside. So we suppose that we're not expecting this super bull rally anytime soon, but I guess the price correction will start somewhat from spring. Well, actually first day of spring today, but I guess starting from April, I think we'll see the Bitcoin getting closer to maybe the level of $5,000. And
do you attribute that at all to the Bitcoin halving, which of course we've historically seen Bitcoin go upwards about a year before the halving starts? So do you see that having any kind of convergent impact on the whole crypto market moving as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure that, well, the halving will create a huge impact on the market, because, well, just seeing the figures from 2012 and 2016, why would it be completely different, well, in 2020? So I think the big correction is coming in, and well, we're speculating here, so just well, our official opinion as a fund, and well, judging by the waves analysis that we performed earlier, we see that the price range could be as high as $30,000 to $70,000 per Bitcoin in 2020.
$30,000 to $70,000 dollars per Bitcoin.
Yeah.
When?
In 2020?
2020, yeah, or 2021. But I guess it might happen in 2020. But, well,
that's a good reason to hodl.
Yes. Well, it could be. Well, but I guess, well, most of the crypto investors are just holding their cryptocurrencies at this point of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's yet another great opportunity, just when you just go with some service like funds offer, you have a great chance, of keeping and increasing your capital.
So now the other thing, of course, is that most people that are probably watching or listening to this are probably wondering, or probably thinking to themselves, but surely, you're a hedge fund, and hedge funds are for people that have, minimum $50,000, $100,000 to put in. So, there's no chance for them to jump in. So what do you say to people who are thinking like that, saying, yes, there's 600 and something hedge funds out there, and, and they're saying, yeah, but there's no chance for me. What's your response to that?
Well, the thing is that, well, for example, as for the quantum hedge fund, our investment plan starts from $500 at this point of time.
Okay.
We're changing that soon because, well, you can imagine the amount of headache we're getting during the KYC, and obviously the support is
client reporting and all that data you have to supply. But
it's quite tough. But at the same time, we understand that why not let people invest in crypto, because it's a great opportunity, and at this point of time, we still managing just fine, even though with this kind of entry investment. But obviously in the future, and I think within throughout this year, we will definitely change that to $10,000. And guys, it's for anyone watching this video, it's not an investment advice, but I guess that the cryptocurrencies are currently being at their lows right now. So whether you go in with some fund or any others, or trading or any other means of, I think, well, at least you could consider, buying a Bitcoin and just holding it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Maybe it would be a great opportunity, because we don't see the Bitcoin going, any lower at this point of time. I think, well, the level of $3,000 would be, where the support comes in. So.
Sure.
Yeah. So of course, as we always say to people, we're not here to give people advice, but for those who are considering whether they should get into Bitcoin or not, as we always say to everybody, it never hurts to diversify your portfolio a little bit. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of crypto in your overall portfolio between some stocks and some bonds and other real estate or whatever else you're in, but never invest more than you're willing to lose, like anything. Absolutely. Because anything can go wrong. But right. we all see that it's becoming it's not so much a nascent investment or a new investment anymore. It's becoming something that's more standardizing as we go, which is probably why people like you and a vast variety of other firms have come along, because people need various vehicles or ways to invest in crypto, not just do it themselves, right?
Absolutely. Besides, the cryptocurrencies, for many regions, I believe that cryptocurrencies could be a good chance, to save their savings from the inflation, and different countries have different situations on their local currencies. So, right. in that sense, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are quite stable, and could be a good way to preserve or even multiply your capital.
Yeah. So Jan, is your fund open to everybody in the world, or are there certain countries that you are not allowed to work with because of regulations?
We're open for investors from any parts of the world except for United States of America at this point of time, because the regulations are changing so quickly, and just it's either you work with just in America, just to keep track of all the changes that happen all the time. Yeah. But at this point of time, we have decided that we would rather not risk it and just see what happens, because it might get quite tricky, and especially that we're not working with just some particular region. Yes, we have a focus on the Europe, Asia, but it's really very hard to keep the track of all the legislation changes coming, and so we carefully approach this matter.
Sure. And I think Steve actually asked this a little bit in the beginning, but just for your own background, what made you decide that you wanted to be part of a quantum cryptocurrency fund?
I think, in the beginning, the technology, I'm a big fan of, IT enthusiast. I'm not really, a programmer or anything like this, but I always, enjoy and try, staying, on the verge of technology. And personally, I'm a big blockchain enthusiast. I absolutely love the technology, and I'm seeing it implemented successfully in different industries such as medical care, insurance, retail, product, marketing and whatnot. And so at some point of time, it has got me really interested, and I've met people who were sharing the same opinion as myself on crypto and blockchain, and after that, we have found it to be a really good ground, for the trading, and having tested all the approaches that we had back then on traditional markets and seeing how good it actually works out. Sure. We have decided that why not create a fund and just share some of our expertise with the people. Sure. And the original plan was start the fund in 2017, but thanks God we did not, because it would be the market was obviously overheated, and our initial plan was to launch in Q3 2017. It would be right before the crazy price volatility, and it kind of means that we've got we could have got people on board at the high prices, and they would witness a high depreciation of their assets during this time. So and nobody
albeit they may not have lasted very long.
Yeah. So 2018 seemed like a perfect moment for us, and despite different things that are happening on the market, and many people are being quite depressed with the price of Bitcoin, but I'm really seeing the great opportunities for the market, for the fund, and I think many great things are just yet to come.
Yeah. Oh, good. So in regards to regulations, how do you handle regulations? And how are you regulated?
Well, basically we operate from 2 offices, from Hong Kong, and we have the office in Gibraltar. Our trading operations, our analysts are in Hong Kong, and the Gibraltar officers offers us, we have the broker license on it. So basically, it allows us to sell and buy crypto assets. And just a little sneak peek, but I'm not sure. But in the future, we were considering that through the Gibraltar office, it would be a great opportunity for the big investors that find interest in our fund, to help getting some cryptocurrencies like Bitcoins, because, it might get quite risky, trying, to purchase big volumes of cryptocurrencies by yourself.
So we're just for 1 second, we're having a technical difficulty. There you are, Yuri. Okay, cool. Well, now we lost your sound.
I'm back. Sorry,
okay.
All right.
Okay, sorry. Cool. Great. That was really helpful, Jan. So thank you for that. I mean, I appreciate that too, because how much so go on that regulatory theme? How much do you see that future regulation is going to impact the kind of work that you and other crypto funds are doing? Because I know that for a lot of funds, there's no regulation being applied. They're kind of doing their own thing, whatever they feel like. Nobody cares, or they don't care anyway. And where do you see the convergence between global regulation and the hedge funds and the crypto funds that are out there today? And how is that going to shape the industry and market you're in?
Well, Steve, first I fully agree with what he's saying, because at this point of time, the cryptocurrencies, and the crypto market seems a little like a wild west to me, because basically they're not real regulations so far, because America has plenty. Some countries just decided that we should ban the cryptocurrencies at all. But definitely, anything could happen. Really, anything could happen. But I mean, despite the decentralized architecture of Bitcoin, it is still possible for the regulators, to regulate. And it really depends. It's really different for many parts of the world, but I'm seeing that the governments, instead of, just trying to regulate the hell out of it, they just seen it, or thanks God they do. They've seen it as a high promising technology. I mean, blockchain. And they see the cryptocurrencies as potentially one of the assets that the government can find the use of. So I think nobody is going to, to pull the plug or anything like this. But I'm pretty sure, and I think that would be the right thing for the governments around the world to at least, find some regulations on the funds operations and the ICOs, because you were right, just because at this point of times it seems more like the private firm, just when it's not that you really need to have any licenses at this point of time if you work with cryptocurrencies only.
Right. Oh, interesting. I mean, this is really, for me, this is really helpful just to see what's going on in the industry generally and understanding it. Do you have any kind of, to wrap up here, do you have any kind of tips or suggestions for people who are in crypto that are trading, things that they should be looking for or spotting, what they should be kind of considering doing as kind of general, hodlers? Things they should be looking for to trade into or out of, just generally how they should be, what they can do to be smart about it?
Just keep the cold head and hold, really. I don't know, just because, giving any advice to the traders, everybody has the style of his own and, different approach and finding where it's better to enter the market and to close the position. But I think just you would need, to pay more attention to what's actually happening on the media, to know what's happening to the cryptocurrencies, to the industry, just to make a good decisions on trading.
Sure.
And I think you should be also differentiating your crypto portfolio with different coins. I mean, it's maybe not just keep the Bitcoin, but maybe just add some Ethereum in, XRP, Litecoin, and the EOS have some really good promising future, I think, as well. So that's pretty much it, but just be careful when you're trading. Yeah,
I mean, absolutely. That's always the case, that we have to be careful when we trade. There's never a just jump in and do it. We have to always, this we always tell people is don't invest more than you should. Put stop limits in when you buy things, that if it drops 2%, you're still covered. You can check out our previous video where we talked with Trader Cobb about some of the techniques and methods he uses, and you can check out his work as well around how to day trade. And naturally, Jan, from your perspective, why don't you share your URL for people, so if they are interested in researching more about various hedge funds that are out there in crypto, at least they can read up a bit more about you guys, and we'll put the description down below for people on YouTube. But what's the URL for your hedge fund?
Sure, guys. We would be really happy if you could visit us at the quantumfund.ai, and also check out our TradingView channel, the Quantum Hedge Fund as well. It's QHF. I think it's, yes, QHF.
QHF. We're on TradingView. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Good. So we post some ideas, some trading plans there, and I've heard that actually quite a lot of people been using these trading plans and the strategies that we post on our TradeView, and they were quite successful.
Fantastic.
So yeah.
Thank you, Jan. This has been really helpful. Yuri and I have really appreciated just learning a little bit more about the ins and outs of what goes on in this world of the hedge fund space. It's a world we haven't really talked about much on our show. Actually, I'm not sure we've ever talked about it because it's been part of the journey we go through being in crypto. So, Jan, thank you very much. So, Jan Janssen from Quantum Hedge Fund. Been great having you. Thanks, everybody, for listening in. Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe, and ring that bell if you're here on YouTube watching us, or just give us a subscribe, or give us some comments and likes over on Apple, iTunes, and Stitcher, and Spotify. Thanks, everyone, for listening in. To the moon. Until next time.